on, everybody, it's time to move and groove. Get ready for the rhythm on Tap Tap 2.
Hello, little adventurers. Here is some story before you sleep. Hope it will appear in your nice dream. Welcome back to our story corner in my Tap Tap Tube channel. Are you ready for a magical tale? Great! Let's begin. Once upon a time, in the big, bright boulevard city, lived a bravely little army boy and a lovely little nurse girl. They were the best of friends. Every sunny afternoon, they would race to the city playground, their laughter echoing past the swings and slides. The little army boy, with his shiny toy helmet, always protected the slides from imaginary monsters, and the little nurse girl, with her kind heart, always made sure all the teddy bears and dolls were happy and healthy. They had so much fun together, sharing snacks and telling silly jokes. One day, after a long afternoon of playing, they were walking home, hand in hand. The sun was beginning to set, painting the sky in pretty colors of orange and pink. As they turned a corner onto a street they'd never seen before, they spotted something peculiar. It was a tiny pet shop, squeezed between two big buildings. It looked mysterious. The windows were dusty, and a wooden sign with curly letters hung above the door. What could be inside? The little army boy, always brave, puffed out his chest. "Don't worry," he whispered to his friend, the little nurse. "I'll check it out." He raised his bright red toy rifle, took careful aim at the mysterious door, and made a soft asterisk pew pew asterisk sound. And just like magic, a little bell tinkled, and the door creaked open all by itself. A wonderful sweet smell, like cookies and cinnamon, drifted out. From the doorway, a kind-looking old woman with twinkling eyes and a warm smile appeared. "Well, hello there, little ones," she chirped. "Don't be shy. Please, come on in." Hesitantly, they stepped inside, and their eyes grew as wide as saucers. Wow! This was no ordinary pet shop. It was a wonderland of magical creatures. Floating in a big bubble was a tiny, sparkling unicorn with a rainbow mane. Perched on a stand was a majestic little griffin, preening its golden feathers. In a cozy, warm corner, a baby dragon was fast asleep, letting out tiny puffs of sparkly smoke. And a very clever-looking owl wearing tiny spectacles who did a soft hello from a bookshelf. All the magical pets were adorably small, no bigger than a little puppy. The little nurse girl's eyes scanned the room, amazed by everything she saw. Then she spotted it. Lying on a soft, mossy pillow in the corner was a cute, round, brown animal. It had the most relaxed and friendly face she had ever seen. It was just lying there, chilling out, looking perfectly content. "What is that?" she asked, pointing a little finger. The old woman chuckled. "That, my dear, is a very special copy. He is the master of relaxation." The little nurse couldn't help but giggle. She slowly approached the capybara, who opened one sleepy eye and gave a little twitch of its nose. It was so cute. The old woman saw the sparkle in the little nurse's eyes. He likes you," she said softly. "You have a kind heart. If you promise to take good care of him, give him lots of yummy snacks and a comfy place to nap, you can take him home with you," the little nurse gasped with joy. "Oh, yes, I promise. I'll take the best care of him ever," she exclaimed, clapping her hands. She decided to name him Cappy. Then the old woman turned to the little army boy. "And for you, brave soldier," she said, her eyes twinkling, "I have someone just as special." She led him to a terrarium filled with bright green leaves, and there, basking under a tiny light, was a big fat gecko with friendly, blinking eyes. It was much larger than a normal gecko and had a funny, chubby belly. "This gecko will be your loyal companion," the old woman said. "You can bring him home, too." Before they left, the old woman looked at them very seriously. "These pets have special abilities that will bring you great, but only if you love them and care for them properly," she warned. Her voice became stern. "If you ever abandon them or are unkind, I will know, and I will take them back." The children nodded eagerly, promising they would love their new friends forever. With their new pets tucked safely in their arms, the little army boy and the little nurse waved goodbye and skipped all the way home, their hearts full of excitement. A few days later, the friends met at the city garden to play with their new pets. The little army boy was so excited to show off what his gecko could do. "Watch this," he shouted. He placed his fat gecko on the surface of the park's little pond, and amazingly, it walked right across the water. Plip, plop, plip, plop. Then he held a toy lighter near it with his parents watching. Of course. And the gecko didn't even flinch. It was fireproof. "Isn't he the coolest?" The army boy cheered. The little nurse looked down at her pet, Cappy the capybara. She sighed a little. Cappy wasn't walking on water or resisting fire. In fact, Cappy wasn't doing much of anything. He was just chilling. He would lie in the sun, relax, find a tasty patch of grass to munch on, eat a lot, and then go right back to chilling and relaxing. Sometimes, Cappy would sniff the ground, lift his leg to leave a tiny puddle, and then, you guessed it, go right back to chilling. The little army boy couldn't help but laugh. "He's just a lazy furball," he teased. The little nurse felt a bit disappointed. Was her pet not magical at all? Suddenly, they heard a loud asterisk, crack, asterisk. They looked up in horror. A huge, old tree in the garden was groaning and leaning, its branches shaking. It was about to fall right on top of them. They were frozen with fear, too scared to move. But just as the tree began to topple, something incredible happened. Cappy, the sleepy, lazy capybara, sprang into action. His body started to glow with a brilliant green light. He grew bigger and stronger, and in a flash, he was wearing a cool green superhero suit with a flowing cape. On his chest and cape was a stitched logo with the letters copy, 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 copy. He squeaked in a surprisingly heroic voice. With a series of amazing rolls and tumbles, he dodged the falling branches and stood right under the massive tree trunk. Then, this super capybara opened his mouth wide and asterisk chomp 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 asterisk. He ate the entire tree in seconds, splitting it into tiny, harmless splinters. The little army boy and the little nurse were safe. They stared, their mouths wide open in shock. As the dust settled, the hero, now known as Captain Capybara, shrunk back to his normal size, shook his fur, and went right back to chilling on the grass. He looked at his friends, gave a little yawn, and said in a squeaky voice, "Cap the day again." The little army boy and the little nurse looked at each other, then at the amazing capybara, and then back at each other. Their pets weren't just magical, they were superheroes. What other secrets did their amazing pets have? And what incredible adventures were waiting for them and their super pets, Captain Capybara and the amazing gecko? We'll have to wait and see. Thank you for joining our story today. What do you think will happen next? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more amazing adventures. See you next time. Bye.
Welcome to magnificent Boulevard City. It's a city full of sunshine, laughter, and amazing adventures. And this is Princess Lily. She loves her city, her friends, and all creatures big and small. One sunny afternoon, Princess Lily found a very special shop, the magical pet shop. It sparkled and shined with secrets. And there, in a cozy corner, was Cappy, a sweet, calm capybara with the kindest eyes. Princess Lily knew right away. Cappy was the perfect pet for her. Lily took Cappy home, and they became the best of friends. But Cappy held a very big secret. One day, a breezy wind whisked away all the children's beautiful balloons. Up, up, up they went. The children were very, very sad. "Oh no, our balloons," they cried. Princess Lily saw her friends were sad. Oh dear, who could help catch the runaway balloons? This was Cappy's moment. With a secret sparkle and a magical poof, he transformed into the mighty Captain Capybara, strong and brave, ready to save the day. Whoosh! Captain Capybara zoomed into action. He used his amazing speed to catch every single balloon. Not one was lost. Just as Princess Lily hurried over, Captain Capybara vanished. And there was Cappy, sitting calmly as usual. The children were so happy. A hero saved our balloons. They cheered. Princess Lily smiled, but she also looked at Cappy with a little sparkle in her eye. She thought. Cappy was just here, and now the balloons are back. ... double quotes. As the day ended, Princess Lily knew something special about her calm, kind Cappy. He wasn't just any pet, he was a secret hero. Every day, children in Boulevard City knew they were safe, because somewhere, a secret hero was always watching. And Princess Lily knew her best friend Cappy was the bravest, kindest hero of them all. What adventures will Captain Capybara have next? Join us again to find out. Bye-bye, super friends.
Hello, little friends. It's a beautiful sunny day, and look who's here. This is Cappy. Cappy is a wonderful, wonderful capybara. Isn't he lovely? Cappy is always very calm and very friendly. He loves sitting in the warm sunshine and smiling. Oh, who's this? This is our friend Lily. Lily is playing with her colorful blocks. Look, she's building a tall, tall tower. 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Wow, it's getting so high. But, ... oh dear. The very last block is just a little too high for her to reach. Lily looks a little bit sad. She really wants to finish her amazing tower. But wait, Cappy sees that Lily needs a little help. Cappy always wants to help his friends. He slowly and gently walks over to Lily. He sits right next to her and looks at the wobbly block. Cappy is a very helpful friend. He gives the tower a tiny, gentle nudge with his nose, making it steady and strong. Now, for the last block. Cappy has a little sparkle. Pop! With a little bit of magic, he helps Lily lift the block just high enough. It's not too high anymore. Yay! Lily puts the last block right on top. The tower is finished. Hooray! Lily is so happy and so proud. She gives Cappy a gentle pat on his head to say thank you. Cappy feels happy too because he helped his friend. Now, Lily is playing with her favorite red ball. It bounces and bounces. And oh no, it rolled under the big, comfy chair. Lily tries to reach it, but her arms are just a little too short. She feels a tiny bit frustrated. What will she do? Here comes our helper, Cappy. He sees the ball hiding under the chair. Cappy is very good at finding things. He calmly lies down on the floor and gently pushes the ball out with his nose. There it is. The red ball rolls right back to Lily. Lily giggles and picks up her ball. Thank you, Cappy, she says, giving him a big warm hug. Cappy snuggles close. It feels so nice to have a kind friend. Sometimes we all need a little help. Maybe we can't reach something, or maybe we just feel a little bit sad and need a snuggle. Cappy knows that it's okay to need help. He is always near when you need a friend. He is always there to share a quiet moment or help you solve a small problem. Cappy is a kind friend, and being a kind friend is the best thing you can be. Look at them now, sitting together under the big, shady tree. Lily is reading a story to Cappy, and Cappy is listening very carefully. They are both so calm and happy. Good job, Cappy. Good job, Lily. And good job to you, too, for being such a wonderful friend. Remember to always be kind and helpful, just like Cappy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more adventures with Cappy. Hello, little friends. It's a beautiful sunny day, and look who's here. This is Cappy. Cappy is a wonderful, wonderful capybara. Isn't he lovely? Cappy is always very calm and very friendly. He loves sitting in the warm sunshine and smiling. Oh, who's this? This is our friend Lily. Lily is playing with her colorful blocks. Look, she's building a tall, tall tower. 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks. Wow, it's getting so high. But, oh dear. The very last block is just a little too high for her to reach. Lily looks a little bit sad. She really wants to finish her amazing tower. But wait, Cappy sees that Lily needs a little help. Cappy always wants to help his friends. He slowly and gently walks over to Lily. He sits right next to her and looks at the wobbly block. Cappy is a very helpful friend. He gives the tower a tiny, gentle nudge with his nose, making it steady and strong. Now, for the last block. Cappy has a little sparkle. Pop! With a little bit of magic, he helps Lily lift the block just high enough. It's not too high anymore. Yay! Lily puts the last block right on top. The tower is finished. Hooray! Lily is so happy and so proud. She gives Cappy a gentle pat on his head to say thank you. Cappy feels happy too because he helped his friend. Now, Lily is playing with her favorite red ball. It bounces and bounces. And oh no, it rolled under the big, comfy chair. Lily tries to reach it, but her arms are just a little too short. She feels a tiny bit frustrated. What will she do? Here comes our helper, Cappy. He sees the ball hiding under the chair. Cappy is very good at finding things. He calmly lies down on the floor and gently pushes the ball out with his nose. There it is. The red ball rolls right back to Lily. Lily giggles and picks up her ball. Thank you, Cappy, she says, giving him a big warm hug. Cappy snuggles close. It feels so nice to have a kind friend. Sometimes we all need a little help. Maybe we can't reach something, or maybe we just feel a little bit sad and need a snuggle. Cappy knows that it's okay to need help. He is always near when you need a friend. He is always there to share a quiet moment or help you solve a small problem. Cappy is a kind friend, and being a kind friend is the best thing you can be. Look at them now, sitting together under the big, shady tree. Lily is reading a story to Cappy, and Cappy is listening very carefully. They are both so calm and happy. Good job, Cappy. Good job, Lily. And good job to you, too, for being such a wonderful friend. Remember to always be kind and helpful, just like Cappy. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more adventures with Cappy.
Come on, everybody, it's time to move and groove. Get ready for the rhythm on Tap Tap 2.
Once upon a time, in a grand and beautiful boulevard castle, lived a brave little prince named Alex and a lovely little princess named Lily. They were the best of friends and loved playing games together. One sunny afternoon, they decided to play their favorite game: hide and seek. "Ready or not, here I come," shouted Prince Alex, closing his eyes and counting to 10. Princess Lily giggled and ran to find the best hiding spot. She dashed past the royal gardens, through a little wooden gate, and into the edge of a big, green jungle. Prince Alex, finished with his counting, followed her footsteps. He was so focused on finding her that he didn't realize how deep into the jungle they were both going. When he finally found her behind a giant, leafy fern, they looked around. The castle was gone. All they could see were tall trees, colorful flowers, and long, twisty vines. Oh, Alex," whispered Lily. "I think we're lost." Prince Alex, trying to be brave, held her hand. "Don't worry, Lily. We'll find our way back. Let's make it an adventure." Just then, they heard a rustling sound in the bushes. Out hopped a fluffy brown rabbit with long ears. "Hello there," said the rabbit. "My name is Ricky. Are you lost?" The prince and princess nodded. "We are," said Alex. "Can you help us?" "I can certainly try," Ricky said proudly. "Watch this." And with a twitch of his nose, Ricky started digging. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. In just a few seconds, he had dug a little tunnel under a big root. Alex and Lily clapped their hands, amazed. "Wow, you're a super digger," Lily exclaimed. Soon, more animals came to greet them. A graceful deer with tall antlers named Daisy showed them how she could leap over giant logs in a single bound. A monkey named Milo swung from vine to vine, so high up in the trees it looked like he was flying. A big, friendly bear named Barnaby showed them how he could use his strong paws to reach the sweetest honey from a tall beehive. Alex and Lily had never seen anything like it. They were making so many new friends. They met a parrot who could mimic their voices perfectly. A squirrel who could climb any tree in the blink of an eye, and a beaver who was busy building a dam with his strong teeth. The jungle was full of amazing animals, and each one had a special talent. The little prince and princess forgot all about being lost. They were having the best adventure ever. Suddenly, the ground began to shake. Rumble, rumble. Everyone looked up at the big mountain in the distance. A puff of dark smoke came out from the top, followed by bright orange lava that looked like sparkly fireworks. At first, Alex and Lily just watched, mesmerized by the lights. "Ooh, pretty," said Lily. But then, big rocks started tumbling down the side of the mountain, getting closer and closer. Crash! A huge boulder landed right near them, shaking the ground again. Hey! Everyone screamed. The jungle, which had been so peaceful and happy, was now filled with panic. All the animals started running around, not knowing what to do. "Dig a hole," shouted Ricky the rabbit, already starting to burrow into the soft earth. "Everyone, dig to stay safe. No, run. Run as fast as you can," yelled Daisy the deer, preparing to leap away. But not every animal could dig like Ricky, and not everyone could run like Daisy. The slow-moving turtles and the little hedgehogs were very scared. The monkeys were high in the trees, but the smoke was starting to make it hard to breathe. Everyone was in a panic. Just when it seemed like all hope was lost, a calm voice called out, "Everyone, please be calm." All the animals stopped and turned. Standing on the snout of a large, gentle crocodile named Mr. Croc was a very special creature. He was a capybara, the calmest animal in the whole jungle. He wore a little green cape with a big letter C on his chest. It was Captain Capybara. Everyone gasped. Captain Capybara was a legend in the jungle, known for his wisdom and bravery. But instead of shouting or running, he did something very surprising. He just sat down on Mr. Croc's nose, looking completely relaxed. "My friends," he said in a soothing voice, "there is no need to panic. Panicking will not help us. Look." He pointed his little paw towards the river that flowed through the jungle. "The fiery lava cannot cross the water. The river will keep us safe." He continued, "We will all walk together in a nice, orderly line along the riverbank. No pushing, no shoving. We will follow the river to a safe place. Mr. Croc will help lead the way in the water." Hearing his calm words, all the animals started to feel better. The panic disappeared. A line began to form behind Captain Capybara and Mr. Croc. The big animals helped the little ones, and the fast animals waited patiently for the slow ones. Prince Alex and Princess Lily held hands and joined the line, feeling brave once more. They started their journey, walking alongside the river. At first, the river was narrow, and they had to walk carefully. But as they walked, the river grew wider and wider. The air became clearer, and the rumbling of the mountain grew fainter. Captain Capybara's plan was working. Finally, after a long walk, they came out of the jungle and into a wide, open land. It was a beautiful savanna with tall green grass that tickled their knees and big, shady trees full of delicious fruits. The sun was shining and birds were singing. They were safe. All the animals cheered for Capybara. Hooray! You saved us, they shouted. Prince Alex and Princess Lily were so grateful. They had made new friends and had been on the most incredible adventure. But as they looked around this new, beautiful land, they knew their story wasn't over just yet. How would they get back to their castle now? And what new adventures awaited them in the savannah? Well, that's a story for another time. To be continued.